Hi guys, it's me Julia. I am back with a different kind of video. This one is just to show you some bits and pieces that I have purchased. They're kind of like crafty pieces that will be useful in my pottery, and I thought I would just share it with you because as much as I really do, I'm a big advocate of using small businesses. I do think sometimes you need to, in this current climate with the cost of living crisis, you know, if we can save a few pennies here or there to get a few extra bits, then you know I'm about that too. I think it's nice to just be able to save a few pennies. So and it just means that I can get a few extra bits to play with. And Temu at the moment has just come to the UK. It's only been a couple of weeks. I've ordered several times in those few weeks because I do love bits and pieces for pottery. And right, I might as well just get on and show you what I've got. I haven't got prices because Temu's prices change all the time. At the moment, they've got 90% off in the UK as a starter offer and free shipping too. So wherever you're at, you know, check the prices regularly because they change. Even in the few weeks that they've been in the UK, the prices keep changing. So I'll give you an approximate cost of what I paid. This is a little bag of 40 cutters, small circle cutters. This is the largest size. And for me, it was just for cutting holes when you want to hang something up, or there's lots of different, they're all different coloured caps on them. And they go down to being teeny tiny. And I wondered if actually that would fit on the top of a little squeezy bottle as a spare cap for, what's the word, slip trailing. Sorry, my brain is not working very well. I have ME as I've said before, and several other things. So but 40 of them, I paid something like £1.68, and I've seen them as much as £3.68. So they vary all the time, but pretty sure they were something like 168. The next one, this is a set of 3 plastic scrapers. These I will be using to kind of rib my clay, and this one, this finer edge, might do a little bit of scratching on larger pieces rather than going in with the fine scratchy tools, or to give me some pattern, printing pattern in. I think that one will be fun to play with. Well, let me see. Small wire cutter. Oh, so they were 68 pence or thereabouts. Small wire cutter, really nice and firm, and this, you know, will be to be cutting edges or other pieces of clay. But for larger pieces, larger wire cutter, and it has 2 wires on it which are adjustable. You can move the wires, and there's little guides at the side. I'll mainly be using it for one, just to take clay off in slices off my block. That was approximately £2, and this one was about £1.28 on eBay. Currently I had one in my basket on eBay and it was £4 something. This one, fan brush, quite thick. It isn't natural fibres, but that will hold a lot of glaze. and it was 49p. So I got a few of those because it's thicker than the fan brushes that I currently use, and for bigger pieces that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Cutters, I got these leaf cutters, 4 different kinds of leaves, monstera, and I just thought they would be cute to play with. They were about £1. I had a look at their, what's it called? Silk screen. Sorry, my brain. They're silk screens. This is a small little silk screen. I thought the pattern was interesting. I don't know how it's going to work because it is quite thin. I think I'm going to get some spray adhesive to make it a little bit sticky so that I can get it to sit firmly, because the silk screens I've got currently are self-adhesive. So I might do that, or use it when the clay is still a little sticky so that it kind of adheres, so it sticks to my clay. So I'll give it a try. I'm not sure that's going to work too well. £1.28, so I'm not sure whether that's a win or not currently. Other stamps, I have this flower pattern one, which I'll just quickly get that out and show you. About £1.28. That's the pattern that it proposes to be. This is the stamp, flowers and swirls. It's quite deep. I haven't used it yet. It looks like it would make a nice pattern, and I think 2 of those side by side would probably do just my standard size mug. So I think that would look really nice, or a little trinket dish. And I also got this one I wanted to try. It is fairies. This was £1.28 as well, I believe. I don't know how well this one will do. It's not quite as deep. The fairy, I think she'll do okay, but the smaller details I'm not sure are going to translate into clay so well. I'll give it a try. For £1.28, it's worth it, because I also do card making, not as often as clay, but these stamps also work well for card making. What else? This strange little contraption, and it's for wiping your paintbrush. So I'll show you. So it'll help pull the glaze, maybe not off such a big one, but it helps pull the glaze off like that. It helps pull the glaze off your brush, and then you'll have a nice little pool of glaze in the bottom, which you'll be able to let it dry, and you know, it's totally flexible. It's just silicone. Get it all out, you'll have some glaze chips just from the excess you get off your brush. And this one's a bit of a weird one. This is just kind of an adjuster. So it has bubbles, dots on the side. This was just so that if I'm making a mug, I can try to make sure that they're both the same height exactly, because even when I'm making mine and I cut the same piece out twice, there's differences in heights. So, and also when you put it down, I can see if my pieces are level across the top. So this was £1.28, I believe, and this was somewhere around the same price. And I got a bunch of little silicone molds because I love silicone molds. You can't really see what this one is, but it's actually a little bear. It's supposed to be a little polar bear. It's got like ears inside, and I did try it and it actually comes out really, really well. They're at the community kiln at the moment, so I'll be able to show you them on the next video. But corn flour in all of them with a paintbrush, and just pop your clay in, squeeze it down, really make sure you're squeezing clay in, and then level it off and then try and pop it out. I did 4 little bears. Some had noses, some didn't, and look more like cats. This one, nice little flourish. They're a little thin at the ends, but it's quite deep, and I think that it'll be nice on pots. I've got similar ones, but I really liked the centers of these ones, so I'll be having a try with those. I do like flowers, so I got this one. Oh, again, this, I think all my molds were £1.50 or less. This one, I don't know if you can see, it is tons of tiny roses in a heart shape, and you need to really corn flour it really, really well to help it to pop out. Fill it with clay, really, you know, press it down. I get it from like pressing this side, pressing it like this, and then it popped out. Some of them, the little petals don't come out well, others do. It, you know, each time they're slightly different. Again, they're in the community kiln, and I'm looking forward to seeing those because I think they'll be lovely. On the rose theme, there's a deep one, and it works pretty well. If you're not careful trying to get it out, it can break some of your leaves off. I think I'm going to trim just around the edge to allow it to release better. And I have also got these little clippy scissors. I have several pairs of these, but I like these because they've got like a little case. These were less than £1, something like 68p. And I'm just going to go in and trim just to allow that rose to come out a little bit more. I did get a Hamza hand mold, but it was very thin and the sides were tall, so I cut round that, and that doesn't work very well. So I ruined it, but I'll be able to put soap or something in and make it as a soap mold. That would make a beautiful soap mold, as would those little guest soaps. I think I'm going to be doing that. Little butterflies. And I thought what would be nice, get the little butterflies out, put them onto a mug or onto a side of a plate, and actually position them so that the wings stand proud, that they're not flat onto the piece, but, you know, actually just adhere the center of the butterfly. So I think I was with this one. So my camera turned off, but yeah, I'll be able to use that with lots of different things. Oh no, I wasn't, I was with this one. Okay, so back to the butterfly. I think it'll be really cool. So next, last in the molds is this. These are wheat ears, and that's a really lovely deep mold. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I guess it's kind of leaf-like, and I could put them all around in a kind of circle to see what that looks like, or do like, you know, in a bigger circle, like kind of a wreath type of thing. Okay, actually that wasn't the last of the molds, but I'll leave the best one for last. This little, can you see, wire tool. These are great for your slip and score, and at £1.28, I believe. Oh yeah, I think it was £1.28. Really great purchase because they go missing all the time. Then got this Highland cow. It's quite a firm wood, and I thought that he would imprint quite nicely into clay to give a Highland cow kind of pattern. I thought he would be nice. And then the last piece I think that I have to show you is this little mold here. And this is, I don't know if you can read it, it's Oreo cookie. So I had to get it to try to see if I could make an Oreo cookie. It works well. I haven't fired anything yet, so I only just got it yesterday. And I'll show you kind of, it's still drying, but it's looking great at the moment, but I'm hoping it comes out almost like a brown black, like the Oreo cookies. Can you see? Brilliant. And then I've got the cream in the middle and another Oreo on the bottom, and it feels like when you pick up an Oreo, it feels like that. It made both me, when I was painting them last night, it made both me and my son really hungry and wanting to eat Oreos, which we didn't have. So I'm hoping to get the right colour. I might have to work on it a few times because I'd like to make kind of an arty pack of Oreos, because I think when that shrinks, actually that's probably about the right size for an Oreo. So when it shrinks, it will be a little small, but I was thinking of getting a pack and using the pack and stacking the ceramic Oreos up in it just for a little bit of fun. And my son said, don't go and trick me and, you know, offering me an Oreo and I'll break my teeth. So, but yeah, really, really cute. So I don't know how legal it is to have an actual Oreo cookie mold. I don't know, but I suppose anybody could make one. If you have an Oreo cookie, like a real one, and you stamp it in, you know, you set it in some silicone, which is possibly what they've done here, anybody can actually make a cookie, and you could do that with probably any biscuit. I would leave it to go a bit hard and stale first. But yeah, lots of fun things there, and I haven't spent like a large amount. So that's it for this Temu haul. I am going to be doing another small one when I get my next order through, as I found some rolling embossing things. So we shall see what they're like, and I'll roll them out and show you the patterns previous to the video so that you can see what they do. So thank you very much for watching. I know this isn't technically pottery or kiln opening. Well, it's not a kiln opening, it's a pottery haul, pottery items haul, but they are all really great things that can be used in your pottery. And for beginners, I know what it was like when I first started. I spent a lot of money getting stuff together to make pottery, even though it was just hand building. And I really think that it's important to be able to have access to things, whatever your price, you know, whatever your allowance is for spending. So if people who don't have much can get these few, you know, a few bits and pieces and make pottery, it's been such a therapeutic thing for me to do, that I really want to share that it can be for not just people who have a lot of money, because I think it is seen a little bit that way. So anyway, hope you've really enjoyed seeing these pieces. I hope I've inspired you to have a little go at molds or stamping or something like that in your pieces. And until next time, I hope you have a really great day.